Okay, so I got that whole section done there. I looked up on my chart to see what I had planted there last year, and those are the white onions. So I'm going to put white onions in there again. And I got an approximate 1 pound. I didn't weigh them precisely. I just was grabbing handfuls of onions and putting them in the bag, weighing it. It was close to a pound. But I used to start onions with seed, which is okay. But bulbs, that's definitely the way to go. So I'm gonna start putting these onions in. I'll fill this section here to be every, I don't know, 6 inches apart maybe. I need to get this done. Usually the way I'd work, I would rototill or bust up the dirt in this situation and the entire area. But there's storms coming, starting to get cold. I'm getting this stuff planted probably about 2 to 4 weeks late. So I need to get as much done as fast as I can. Since this area here is all busted up, that's where I'm going to start planting the onions. And then that section right there, I'm going to bust that up next, put in the carrot seed. And then this section over here, bust that up next. Hopefully I can get that all done today and get the red onions planted. So over the years of experience with onions, I've discovered that rabbits will go after them before they even get a chance to grow. Put in the bulbs, and within days rabbits will start eating them. They'll eat the whole plant. So things like onions, carrots, you need to put a fence up around it. It needs to be at least 2 foot tall because rabbits can jump, and it needs to go 12 inches down into the dirt and 12 inches back outside the fence. That way when animals try to climb in, they'll hit that fence and they can't get through, and then they'll just give up. So any plants that are prone to having animals come after them, you got to decide what type of animal it is. Rabbit, deer, whatever. Cats and squirrels, there ain't really much you can do to keep them out. And then plan your fence accordingly to that. Alright, I'm going to cut the video. No, actually I'm going to keep it going for a little bit here, show how I plant these onions. And then I'm going to cut the video so I can plant them all. You want to try not to walk on it, but that's pretty impossible to do. So you take one bulb, and it's really best if you get your soil busted up a lot better than what I have. But I'm out of time, and this needs to get planted now, so I don't have much of a choice. Will I do this type of groundbreaking again? No. I'm going to get a small rototiller. So when you put the onion in, you make sure that the stem part is sticking up, and you put it down in there. And you leave that stem sticking up out of the dirt. And this way takes way too long because you don't want to put these big clouds of dirt around your onions. So you need to bust them up. And just leave a little bit of that stem sticking out, and if you need to come back later and add soil over it, you can do that. So this will be a long, boring video. I'm going to pause it here and then pick up in a little bit. So I got 2 rows of onions planted across this section, going lengthwise. Would I ever break the ground this way and plant onions this way again? Hell freaking no. Way too much damn work. I guess that weed eater is what it is. It's a weed eater. So if you use that to bust the ground loose, then you still have to come in by hand and crumble it all up before you can put your bulbs in there. Which is good in one sense, because then you can pick out the rest of the weeds and the seeds from last year. But for me, it takes way too long, way too much work. Tomorrow, I'm going to get a little rototiller. Yeah, I'm on a cheat. I'm going to use that rototiller and rototill the rest of this area here, that section back there, and across here. But the only problem is it's going to be raining for the next week, so onions are going to get delayed by at least another week in planting, which totally sucks because they're already about a month late getting planted as it is. I guess that's it for this video. Ain't much left to talk about. I'm just wasting your time. But it's a lot better seeing me make mistakes than you make mistakes. You can learn from my mistakes and learn as you go along. Like I said, I've been planting gardens for 13 years, but it's a constant learning experience. The number one battle that all gardeners will always have to deal with is fighting weeds. We're always looking for a simple, easy, fast way to do it. And there's a lot of information out there on various ways of eliminating weeds, stopping them from coming up. You can do research on those videos, and eventually I'll probably have a video on that too. So for now, that's it for this video. Catch y'all later.